And hello, good morning, good afternoon, or perhaps good evening. Welcome to another setting of Living World of Darkness. Big Apple Takedown, the Hunter venue. Um, and Rebecca, Ethan and Rebecca, yes, that's the way to say it, have organized to meet each other at his place. So after a morning of working, he's being in his apartment. He's probably playing his PSP with Scooter Boot laying on his chest as he's laying on the sofa, and Kitten, who's actually a big dog, is probably at his at the feet of the sofa, just laying there on the ground, also next to her daddy, to her master, her owner, whatever you like to use. I like to say daddy. He's her dad. But yes, so he's playing with both his little children, or the closest thing he has to children on him, close to him. Just waiting for Rebecca to get here.
She is on time. She'll ring the doorbell or knock on the door or whatever he's got.
Yeah, there's probably a doorbell. So they shall knock and there'll be the big woof 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 woof. It's a big woof. And he'll just go shh. And then he comes, he opens the door, he has a Scooter Boot in his arm.
She's kind of standing back like she wasn't expecting the woof 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 woof. And she's like, I thought you had a kitten.
No, it's a dog. I call her Kitten. He smiles.
Rebecca just nods, kind of a little anxiously, maybe. But as long as nothing attacks her, she'll.
He'll extend aside. You can come in.
Thank you. How have you been?
All right.
She comes in and takes her shoes off and sets her her purse down. Holds out a Tupperware full of cookies.
Oh, cookies, neat. And he smiles as he takes the cookies. Probably sets them on the kitchen counter. He'll take one. And yeah, there's he has Scooby and there's a big ass dog, but it's acting calm. It's probably just sitting there looking at them.
How's Scooter doing? She says and doesn't look too hard at the dog.
Scooby is doing fine, and he'll scratch it as it probably nuzzles him.
Do you have a minute to talk? I have some serious business.
Yeah, I have time.
She glances around for a place to sit down.
Yeah. There's the sofa that's there. So,
She sits down and folds her hands in her lap. Oh, cool. Neat. That's neat. So
yes,
we have a little bit of a problem.
Okay, just to be clear, when you say little, do you actually mean little?
For once I do. It's a little problem, that's all.
Okay, and what is that little problem?
Emma's been made. By which I mean that there are some supernaturals who realize that Emma knows what they are. Maybe that she can tell what they are, even without knowing them well.
Okay. What kind of supernaturals?
Werewolves, fairies, maybe more.
So a few of them.
Yes. It's not a problem now, but it could be a problem if we didn't handle it well. You know what I mean?
And he'll nod. So, who are the people that found out? Do we have names, faces?
We don't. She says, and the way she says it, she obviously isn't telling the whole truth, and she looks a little uncomfortable about not telling the whole truth. Basically, she says we don't, and what she means is I won't tell you.
I mean, if I don't know who knows about her, it doesn't tell me much. I'm not sure there's much I can do about hiding.
Well, that's why I'm here. I know some people who know about her, but it's impossible to know everyone who knows about her. So, what's important is that we get our stories straight. That we just assume that everyone knows, really. Which doesn't mean rat her out, but be careful about the way that you lie. There's no reason for any of them to guess that we, and she gestures to herself and to him, can do the same things as she can. We're friends. Maybe we know things about the supernaturals, but as far as I'm concerned, she's an anomaly. Does that make sense?
He'll nod. I mean, as long as they don't try to hurt her in front of me, I'm not going to reveal anything. And even if they do try to hurt her in front of me, before using anything that would reveal myself, I would try to see if there's another way I can help.
Good. Yes. I won't let them hurt her either. But just us being able to look at someone and know that there's something off about them, it makes them nervous. So,
That
as far
that
as
is
I'm concerned, they
understandable.
don't need to know.
He'll nod. Yes, that is quite understandable. As we've discussed before, it's. I mean, there's a good reason why they keep it a secret. And if someone can just see through that secret just by looking at them, yeah, that's a good reason to be nervous.
And I intend to feign ignorance of as much as possible. To pretend I don't know anything about any strange powers you might have.
What strange powers? I'll say with a smirk.
Exactly. And I, of course, have no strange powers of my own, I just simply associate with. She just kind of gestures to the windows like everybody. I associate with everybody. So just be careful.
And can I know what she did to be made to reveal herself?
Remember that time when we were sitting in that tea shop and you looked a little too closely and it was a little more than you were really prepared for?
Yeah, that was fucking scary.
It happened to her.
What did she do?
She looked too closely and freaked out a little bit. Someone understood what that might mean.
So, if I do the math, one of the people that has a good chance of knowing what she did is And I think his name is Caldwell, the guy who owned the tea shop.
I haven't heard Caldwell's name mentioned, to be very honest. I don't know that he was involved at all.
So you weren't there when it happened.
No, I wasn't. A fairy told me.
So you do know at least one person who knows.
I know at least two, and I know that there were more that night, but I don't know who was there. And I don't know who they've told. Or how it got back to my friend who wasn't there. Does it bother you that I have friends among the fairies?
No, I mean, I trust you are wise enough to know which ones are dangerous and which are not.
They're all dangerous. But some of them are also wicked.
And you're not. So wicked is the word I was looking for.
I consider you the same way, and other hunters. We're also dangerous, but not wicked.
From what I can gather, it's kind of my job here. I mean, the kind of hunter I am, it's kind of our job. We visualize, we take time to study and see which ones are, well, wicked and which ones are not, which ones need to be dealt with, and which ones, well, can be left alone.
Yes. It's something we all should do, but I believe you're the sort who does it very, very well.
And how smart.
I hope you are. How have you been? I'm sorry. If you was going to say something, go ahead and say it.
No, actually, I thought you were going to say something.
Nope. Okay.
Yes. I've been well. I've been in Casper. I've been working on something for Scooter Beat.
Oh.
This might take a while, but and he comes back with drawings, and it's all drawings of Scooter Boot, and it's like there's a Scooter Boot with the wing missing, and there's calculations on it, like of his weight, and there's probably things on it with other birds and stuff, which how much they weigh and how much their wings weigh and stuff. And there's a drawing next to it of what looks like a wing, that it's like from the way it's drawn, it looks like it's metal, not feathers.
Mm-hmm. She stares, shocked. Oh my. Oh, that is ambitious. How interesting.
I mean, living with. Actually, I think he said it was a girl. So living with it kind of made me feel sorry that the poor girl couldn't fly ever again.
Well, good luck.
It's going to take time, and I'm going to have to make. Well, obviously, I'm going to have to make several wings as she grows up. But I think with a lot of work, it can be done.
And a lot of study. That's, oh, good luck. Mankind has been trying to give itself wings for a long time. It'd be very interesting to see if maybe you can give this little one wings too.
I think it helps having. I think the fact that she already had wings to start with helps.
To some extent, but Yeah. Yeah.
I
Very
mean,
interesting. I wish you all the luck.
and he smiles. I mean, the main reason why we can't give ourselves wings is because of our body weight. But her body is made, her body weight is made to fly. It's part bird.
She's gonna reach over, and if Scooter Boot will let her, she'll kind of scritch her under the chin very gently.
Yeah, I think she'll let. Well, I'm not yet, but I'm pretty sure Scooby will let her. Let her.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
And he'll nod. But yeah. And to be honest, I know that I know. Um, oh, see, which one was the one saying that we eventually have to get rid of it of Scooby of the birds?
Emma?
Emma, because I wasn't sure if it was Emma or Zach. Because I know, well, Emma is kind of right, and I can't keep Scooby here forever. But well, the day I let her go is going to be sad. And even well, I mean, I still probably can see if I can come and visit her every once in a while. But still,
If she goes back to her homeland, you won't be able to visit. But
I mean, and he'll think. I don't. From what I remember, we were told that he can't go back to his homeland. So it depends on what we do with her.
she nods. We'll see.
But yeah,
I appreciate you looking after her so well. I think she likes you.
I think so. I when I got her back, I gave her my vest, the one that we carried her on the first time, and it's probably set up somewhere in the living room, like in a lower. It's like it looks more like a lawn nest than a vest. It's like the vest, but it's like in the shape of a lawn nest.
Aw. She just laughs.
But yeah,
There's one more thing I wanted to talk to you about.
and her nod, yes.
A couple years ago, I was trying to find information on someone who'd gone missing. I had a friend among the wizards. She did some sort of magic and took me with her on a vision. We moved through time and space and saw a vision of another place maybe a week prior. That kind of spying might not be unique to the wizards. Just if you're ever discussing something delicate, something secret, I would urge you to perhaps have that conversation somewhere that might not be known to a supernatural.
And he'll nod. Dearly noted.
I don't know who else might have such powers, but she shrugs.
True. I mean, it's safer if that is the case. We don't know who else can do that. So yes, probably safer to discuss secret things at safe places. My place. And he's about to say something. Is I was going to say your place, but I have a feeling you kind of you've hosted supernaturals before.
Oh, yes. There's a reason my door says danger. We'll have to be careful what we say.
And he thinks that like if you just figured out something, so that's why your door says danger.
Yes, that's why.
And oh, you see, what's the other sign that's on her door?
The other one says there's something to learn here.
Okay. And he'll smile. You do realize that having both the signs of danger and something to learn here is kind of confusing. I mean, not you can learn from things from dangerous places, but when I first came with Elizabeth, we weren't sure if we should stop or not. She'll smile.
Well, like I said, nothing in our lives is simple. I'm glad you stopped, but I don't want to lie to anyone. There's plenty to learn at my place, and it's never safe. You came in knowing it wasn't safe. You were able to be careful, you know?
And he'll nod. I had literally just had my change. I wasn't sure what to expect.
It's all right. You
But
did
yeah,
very well.
I'm I am glad I came in.
Me too. Me too. You're a good man, Ethan.
He'll smile. Oh,
Hmm.
I'm not sure if you've been told, but um, we have another one among our midst.
Oh? Is this Jamie?
Oh, you've heard of her?
Only very little. Emma mentioned her in passing.
But yes, she's. I think she. Well, yes, she's mentioned that she's been doing this for a little while. So so Emma and I are still the newbie. It's the newbies. I'll say with a smile.
Well, you're both doing very well. And I'm glad to have you. I look forward to meeting her. If you have her number and would be willing to introduce us, I would look forward to it.
I'm I'm supposed to go visit her soon. With Scootbit, she's got another one. Like like him,
Another
like
scooter?
her. Well, his name isn't Scootaboot. Apparently, this one is a male. But yes, she's got a griffin.
How intriguing.
Have I mentioned that Emma is probably the worst at coming up with fake names?
What happened?
So we were in the car. We were in my car. I was talking to her about us being there for her. I told her that I was an orphan for most of. I was an orphan, and that well, I had. And he'll show his ring finger. And I told her that well, I understand if she doesn't want to talk to you sometimes, or if well, sure there'll be times where she doesn't want to talk to one of us, but there'll always be another one here for her. But anyways, we were talking about that, and as we were driving, we saw her with Jamie with a baby griffin in her arms. Obviously, to her at the time, it was just a baby eagle, but we stopped. We needed to get the griffin, and Well, Emma reassured me that she had a plan, and then she said that she was working for the an officer of the wildlife of the wildlife protection, but she said her name was Emma Watson. She also he says with a big smile.
Well, not particularly convincing, I suppose. Could have been worse, but. Hmm. She just kind of laughs and shakes her head.
But and he'll shrug. But hey, somehow it worked.
Well, I look forward to meeting Jamie. And good job getting through all that.
Yeah, we and yes, there was more of the tree people. It seems they are well getting desperate. Is oh, you see, what's the name of the tree guy that's our friend?
Kroga, I think?
Kroger. Because getting desperate is the term Kroger used. They're no longer staying to the parks. They are going out so that they can feed.
She nods. Dangerous. We'll need to pick up our pace.
And he'll nod.
All right. Well, thank you. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you.
Hmm. Those cookies are nice. He'll smile.
I'll bring by some more then. I have plenty. I've been stressed. She,
Anything when she said that, he says anything you want to share?
she just kind of smiles uncomfortably and grimaces. Worried about Emma. She'll be alright.
Does she? Yes, she's gone back to her place, right?
She has. But a second set of werewolves knows now that she knows something they wouldn't like her to.
What is it with Emma and werewolves?
She's not careful. She doesn't. You can feel them. You can feel that animal in them. And she doesn't pay attention. She doesn't notice. She doesn't brace herself. Be careful around werewolves. Be careful around anyone who makes you. Well, trust your instincts. You know?
And he'll smile. Yeah, there was Sam. I think he's the only one I. Well, I think it's a werewolf, right?
She nods. I think so too.
Is he part of the people that knows about her?
I don't know. Not to my knowledge. I haven't heard his name mentioned. But I don't know who was there that night.
And he'll nod. Can I ask the name of your friend who came back to you with the news?
She shakes her head. I'm sorry, I can't tell you. That friendship is a little sacred
You know I
and very
wouldn't. Okay,
dangerous.
and he'll smile. Oh well, he'll nod. Sorry. You know I wouldn't hurt them, right? Well, unless they do anything to harm one of us.
I know. It isn't that. There are some things I have to keep to myself.
If you say
I've
so.
made some difficult agreements.
Just be sure you make the right decision.
She gives him a small smile and nods. I'm doing my best. I swear it.
And he'll nod. Just make sure you know that, well, I get that your friendship with that person is sacred, but Emma's safety is even more.
My friendship is why we know that Emma was made. She was too drunk to barely even remember.
She needs help with that. If her problem with alcohol is going to mean that she's not careful when she reveals herself, we need to help her.
She does need help. And Rebecca stands up, kind of brushes herself off. Maybe a little too abruptly. Her face is worried. I should be going.
All right. I'll see you soon.
Take good care of yourself, okay?
I will.
She gives him a quick grin and then heads for the door.
He'll open the door for her.
Thank you kindly. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
And off she heads into the streets.
And as she heads out, he kind of rubs his face, going, "Emma, you need help." And with that, I think we can end this in there. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Thank you, player, for playing. And we'll see you on another episode of Big Apple